Bwana asifiwe. I'm born again this morning. My name is Mary Waigiegeni GITHIRWA. And before I enter to the topic, it is a bit hard. Now, the time I was given this topic, imekuwa ikinisumbua kwa wakati. Because I was asking myself, how will I deliver this word? This word is touching the life of today. And as you know, people these days don't to be touched. Bwana asifiwe. We are untouchables. Is it true? Is it true? Yes. Watu hawataki kupitwa mahali, yani hawataki kuguswa. But the word has come. God had seen us. Because I'm also not pure. I'm not also good. So maybe that's why this word came to me. And God said, you are the one to deliver this word, that I may also change. Bwana asifiwe. We have led from, let's start from the call of worship. It says, you know that ye were Gentiles, carried away into the damp idols, even as ye were led. Bwana asifiwe. That God is saying today that He know we were. Bwana asifiwe. Tumeelewana? We were. There was a time we didn't know God. There was a time that we were worshiping idols. We didn't know God at that time. But now we know God. Bwana asifiwe. You know that when you were pagans, somehow or other you were influenced and led astray to the mute idols. Bwana asifiwe. When we didn't know God, there were things that we were doing. There were things that we were influenced. Ama kuna mambo ilikuwa inatutoa. There were things that we were doing that we were following other gods. Bwana asifiwe. That time we didn't know God. What we were doing because we didn't have light. But now the light has come. Bwana asifiwe. And our topic today, as we were given, it says, secular influence in the family. Bwana asifiwe. Is it hard? Kuna mwanalika atatuambia what is secular? Worldly. Bwana asifiwe. Worldly. Na tunaambiwa there was time that we were pagans. There were time that we were following what the world was doing. And nobody could condemn us at that time. Because we didn't know God. Bwana asifiwe. And from our reading, that's what we have said, that the meaning of secular is worldly. Now, our question is, how these days, how secular imechukua aje, or how has secular affected our families? One, we are not pagans. Now we cannot be pushed to the idols. Now we know God. Now because we know God, and we are in this worldly thing, there is this secular that has come. How has it affected our family? Bwana asifiwe. Now, from the story of the book of Jeremiah 35:1-19, we have seen a group of people. They were from the tribe, or they were descendants of Jethro, the father-in-law to Moses. And when their father was alive, aliwaambia, never drink wine. Bwana asifiwe. Na alafu akawaambia, you will be staying in the tents. Hamutapanda mizabibu. You will not plant vines. Bwana asifiwe. And then the father died. And then our God sent the servant Jeremiah. He told him, go to the tribe of Rechabites. And when they come, offer them wine. Bwana asifiwe. And that's whatever Jeremiah did. He brought them into the king's house where there were near MPs, governors. They were there. And they were offered wine. Bwana asifiwe. Let's take we take this thing with the life we have today. If you are the one, umepelekwa kwa President Ruto, and umeambiwa now sit down, have a glass of wine, kunywa pombe kidogo, what will be your stand? Bwana asifiwe. What will be your stand? And as we look at our society this day, this is what is affecting the youth. This is what affecting the mothers. This is what affecting our daughters and our sons. Bwana asifiwe. But this tribe said, our father said no to this, and he stood. And when I was going through, nilijiuliza, in our families today, what can we do? And the first was faithfulness. The Rechabites were faithful. Bwana asifiwe. They said, yes, you have offered wine for us. Yes, you have given us beer. You have given us beer. But our father told us. So even if the father was there, they stood. They said, we cannot do it. How many of us can say, no, our father has said? As youths, our parents always tell us, this is bad, this is not good, you are not supposed to do this and this. But when your father is not there, when your mother is not there, can you be faithful? Bwana asifiwe. How many of us can be faithful? Nilikuwa na kijana mwingine somewhere, akakuja akaniambia in Kiswahili, "Mom, unaweza nipatia shilingi 10 nikadungo?" Nikamwambia, "Ukadungwe na nini?" Akaniambia, "Wewe nipatie 10 bob." Nikamwambia, "No." Akaniambia, "Weka. Kuna madhi anatupatianga na nitaenda kwake." Nikamwambia, "Just go to her. She will give you." But when nilikuwa na prepare this sermon, I asked myself, was this person told by her parents that beer is bad? And if kama aliambiwa, is he faithful to keep that? Yani hata kama mama yake hayuko, even if the father is not there, can he stand with the rule of the family? Bwana asifiwe. So the Rechabites, hata kama walipelekwa mahali, hata kama waliwekewa mambo ya juu, they remained faithful to what their father said. How many of you can stand with what your father said, even if it's not there in the family? Bwana asifiwe. Then we were not supposed to drink wine. We were not supposed to plant misabibu. We were not supposed even to live in the beautiful houses. We are supposed to live in tents. They are explaining themselves so that these people can understand them. Yes, we are faithful. And why we are faithful is our father said 1, 2, 3. That's why we are studying with that. Even the other party understood. These people cannot take the beer. Bwana asifiwe. I don't know why this topic came with that beer, and it is what is affecting us these days. Bwana asifiwe. The Rechabites also, walipoenda Jerusalem, there was a fight of Shadarians. They went to Jerusalem. They moved from where they were staying and they went to Jerusalem. Imagine kama sisi wakati ule tulikuwa tunakuja Nairobi the first time. It was so bad. Mtu ametoka uchago ile, you come from ile uchago ya ndani kabisa. Hata kuvaa kiatu ilikuwa shida. Bwana asifiwe. But now you have come from Nyeri town, the deepest side of Nyeri, and you have come to Nairobi. When you come to Nairobi, what we were seeing first is the KICC. So we could see that, I think people can understand labda tu wale wa mbele. Ulikuwa unaona KICC kama inakuangukia. Ukiona gari ikikuja unakimbia. But now these people, they were nomads. Na wametoka katika where they were living, they came to Jerusalem, a city. How many of us could have stood or wanaweza simama hata ukitolewa hapa uende America utastand with whatever your father said? Will you obey the words of your father and your mother? Bwana asifiwe. So when these people came, they didn't change their behavior. They didn't change how they were living. Waliendelea tu kukaa katika hema. Waliendelea tu kukaa bila mfinyo. But you as a Christian today, in your family, do you follow the lives of our families? Bwana asifiwe. Ama tukienda nje, most of us tunataka kwenda. Nilikuwa na vijana wengine walikuwa wananiambia maisha ya Kenya it is hard. We want to go to Qatar. We want to go to Canada. We want to go that. Yes, we shall go because God is able. Because it is our prayer He will fulfill. But when your Father who is at heaven fulfills what you are praying, when you go there, will you obey His commandments? Will you obey what God has told you to do? Will you obey what your parents, your father and mother has told you to do? Bwana asifiwe. Or when you go there, you start doing what your father, your mother, your family does not do. We change the character. Bwana asifiwe. These people did not change their character. These people did not change who they were. Bwana asifiwe. And this is the cry that we are seeing today. That our youths, we have been shaped by very small things. The dressing. You see the other person, the way she's dressing, you want to envy. But the problem is, do you know the command that she has? What you are following, do you know where it came from? The way she's doing, or whoever she's following, do you know where she got her command? Bwana asifiwe. But we just copy paste. Bwana asifiwe. So the Rechabite says, even if we have moved from our rural areas, even if we have moved from the places that we were staying, when we come to Jerusalem, we shall do what our Father commanded us to do. Bwana asifiwe. So when you get a visa and go to Canada, be what your Father wants you to be. And the first Father is our God. Bwana asifiwe. Because if you obey God, you obey your parents. Yes, naambiwa kwa saa zingine, Mommy, what you are saying is not the right thing. Mommy, yes. Naambia, I always tell her, when I say something, and I'm like, Mommy, hapana, but I tell her, I was there. It's your new beings, you are not the first. I was there. Now what you are doing, I did it. Is it true? What she's doing, I did it. So I know the downfall of what she's doing. Now ninajua what she's doing, where it will lead her. So sometimes I tell her, listen to me, my daughter, I'm not saying this because I hate you. I am telling you because this is the rule of the family. And we have to follow it. And is it according to the word of God? And it's okay, Mommy. So what I'm saying, the Rechabites, they stood. Another thing that the Rechabites had, they had unity. Bwana asifiwe. They had unity. And when I'm talking about the unity, I'll come to the parents. I'm talking to the youth. Because what is going on, mostly it is affecting the youth. Whatever is happening, yes, it is affecting us as mothers. It is affecting us as parents. But mostly it is affecting you, because the devil knows when he attacks you, he attacks the parents, he attacks the country, he attacks everything. Bwana asifiwe. The Lechabites were united. Bwana asifiwe. There was a time I had gone out some years that have passed, and we went to a camp with a group of youth. And that time it happened, my husband was the patron of the youth. Na please nikiwakanyaga munisamehe. We are tunatengeneza jia, si ndio? If you do that, so please, sio nyinyi ni wao. So when we went with them, we went to Naivasha. At night, during the day, there was praises and worship, praying, exalting God, telling God how faithful He is. But let the night come. When the night came, we had a hard time. I had to be told to stand there, the other person to stand there. It was chaos. Most of them, half of them, they were drunk. And we were asking ourselves, what shall we tell the parent? Where did the beer come from? There was nowhere they could buy beer, but they were drunk. And then I asked one of them, where did you get the beer? And she told me, do you know all this beer that has been drunk by the youth? My mom packed for me. Bwana asifiwe. My mom packed for me. And I asked her, why? Because what we believe is not what you people believe. So I am in a mission. Bwana asifiwe. She told me and my mother, we are in a mission. My friends, you'll be misled because some people are in a mission and you don't know. And because you don't have the stand, you are not faithful, you are not obedient to the rules and the laws of your family and your God, you are misled. Bwana asifiwe. Some of them said, I've never drank. And what made you to drink? I wanted to taste. Bwana asifiwe. But these people, the Lechabites, they could not even taste. They could not even want to see it. Why should you taste when you know you are not of that kingdom? Bwana asifiwe. And then let us go to the book of Titus. The book of Titus talk about now the family. Bwana asifiwe. It is relating with the Lechabites. Now, when we are almost to finish, there is something we shall provide there. Now, the book of Titus is talking about the family. It is talking about the doctrine of the family. Bwana asifiwe. There are rules and values of the family. There are rules and values of a certain community, like the Lechabites. Do we follow the rules and the doctrine of our family? Bwana asifiwe. Each and every family has rules. Bwana asifiwe. Inasema teach the older men to be temperate, worthy of respect, self-controlled, and sound in faith, in love, and endurance. Bwana asifiwe. Likewise, teach the older women to be relevant in the way they live, not to struggle or addicted to much wine, but to teach what is good. Bwana asifiwe. Now to the mothers and to the fathers. How does, let me give an example to me. How does my daughter see me? If my daughter can be told to write a composition about me, how can she write? Is there a good thing that my daughter can write about me? Is there something you as a parent, can your son write about you? How do you dress? I was telling another lady is the way you have dressed and you have a daughter. How do you think your daughter will dress? Let me ask you. Kama ningekuja na katubo cut, si mnajua katubo cut? Na kamini skirt. How do you expect my daughter to come? Angekuja aje? Ushi. Because mimi nimevaa tu boka, si ndio? Angeona the way I'm dressed is the right way. So yeye ange-extend a bit better or a bit worse kunionyesha wewe uko. Sasa wewe uko, lakini sisi ndio tu. So yeye angekuja hata kama ako worse. But that's what the word is asking. You as mothers, do you teach your daughters the doctrine and the rules of your family, like the Rechabites? Do you teach the girls in the church the way they are supposed to handle themselves? Or we just see them, we talk about them, we rebuke them? How do we teach them? Bwana asifiwe. When I was a young girl, now this is something I have come to learn. Our mothers didn't teach us what we shall face after marriage. Is it true, Mom? Our mother didn't teach us. You were supposed to go and teach yourself. Now, when I was getting married that morning, I was so happy I'm getting married and have an age. I waited this for a long time, but I saw my mother crying. And then I asked, why? She didn't want me to get married. But later, I went and asked her, Mom, why did you cry? That time I had stayed in a marriage for 6 months. And I went back to her and asked her, Mom, during my wedding you cried. Why? Then she told me, nilikaa nikafikiria, umeenda kuanzia mahali nilianzia. Bwana asifiwe. But my worry was, did she tell me where she started? She did. So mimi niliingia katika marriage na ujinga wangu wote, na upuzi wangu wote, yote nikachanganya huko ndani. Bwana asifiwe. And remember, I was a born again. I wanted to show the other youths marriage works. So I was there fighting. I was there persevering. But there was nobody to teach me how to live with a husband. Bwana asifiwe. The problem that we have today. You show your girl that life is normal. But tomorrow when she enters into that marriage, when she finishes 5 months, she says, enough is enough. My mom does not go through this. Is it true? Is it true, women? Is it butter and honey in our marriages? But do we teach these girls that when we get married is to persevere, is to wait upon God, is to fight for your calling, no matter what, except when you are beaten? Bwana asifiwe. But there are other things. I had to talk to our girls sometimes. In their family, the father is supposed, he irons his clothes, he brushes it from the time she was young. Hajawahi ona mama yake akibrush viatu ya baba yake. And then he went there and married a Nyeri man. Mnasikia? A Nyeri man. A Nyeri man does, sorry, can you tell me Nyeri man pole? I'm also from Nyeri, so I know. So this man from Nyeri anajuaga anafanyiwa kila. And now the girl has never seen that. So she came and told me, there are things that I'm seeing in a marriage. If that is what you call a marriage, what a guy. When I see friend. So I had to sit with her and I said, what is the problem? Mimi nifulie mtu mzima nguo basi. Mimi niplashie mtu mzima kiatu. I told her there is something, where is the problem? Go and ask your mother why she didn't brush the shoes of your father. Let her explain to you. And that's the problem that we have, mothers. We are not teaching our daughters. Tunaacha tukisema the other side. So you know. She will divide the other side. But I'm okay. But there is a teaching I'm trying to deliver to her. That even if you see me with your father, not that everything is straight. It's straight. There was a time I could not tell her like that. But now, she can go. Na anaweza niambia na mama, jioni sikuji, nitadu. Akikuja niambie jioni akuji nitafanya. Si nitatulia kuniambia Mungu, nitafanya. So, ameenda aje. You as fathers, you have sons. Do you have you set rules in your family? How do you portray yourself to these sons? How do you behave when you are with their mothers? Because whatever you do, it is a copy paste. Bwana asifiwe. Ataoa na ambie msichana kwetu dadi anafanyanga hivi. So I'm also do it. Do you talk to your son when they are ready for marriage? Do you tell them the girls behave like this because my wife behaved the same? Hakukuwa na difference. The way I behave to my daughter will behave like that. Hakukuwa na difference. The way your mother behaved, your wife will behave like that. There is no difference. But you, as a man, do you teach your son how to deal with the lady? And that's why you're saying, you women, teach your daughters how to deal with their husband, how to make the family, how to make breakfast for the family, how to make the children, how to keep them, all that. Bwana asifiwe. Do you teach them? These days, fathers, they are nowhere to be seen. So the sons are copying. Now there was another day we were talking. I'm talking about the family, and mostly I'm giving an example with my life. Now that is the topic we were giving. And I have a son, the second born. Now he was like, anataka kulini sana kwangu. Most of the time it's mommy boy. Mommy, can I help you cooking? And we had to sit, 3 of us. Me, the father, and the first daughter. And the rule was, mommy, you have to be tough to this boy. So that this boy can move from you, he go back to the father. Is it true? So I was told now it is not mommy's boy. You have to be strict. So that he can run away from you, he go back to the father. Why is it like that? Because this boy will copy me with my tabias. Munanielewa? Si kwa mama tunaelewa. This boy will copy me with my tabias. And when he copy my characters or tabia to mwanamke, this boy ni wale watakuwa the wife cooks, hii chakula haina shopping. Hii chakula haifai kupikwa hivi. Who will serve that person? Lakini juu alizoea kukaa na mama yake kisha. Bwana asifiwe. It was tough. And the girl told me, mommy, you have to do it. And I'm trying. And it is hard. Bwana asifiwe. So, because we wanted this son to go back to the father, so that at least the father can teach this boy the way a man should walk, what a man should do, how the man should talk. Bwana asifiwe. But the word says, and I'll go back to the book of Jeremiah 35 as I wind up. Then Jeremiah akatumwa na Mungu tena. He was told, go back to the Rechabites. And at that time, God complained. Na akambia Jeremiah, how Bwana asifiwe. Yesu analika mnakuja kwa kanisa. We are singing, we are praying, but have you kept the commandment of your God? Bwana asifiwe. And because of this Rechabites keeping the command of their father, God said, I will bless them. Bwana asifiwe. We get blessings when we obey. We get them when we don't obey. Bwana asifiwe. So it is good in the house of God. If it is serving, let us serve, knowing that we are serving God who sees everything. Usijifiche nyuma. Stand like the Rechabites. Even if the wine is so sweet, even if this song is so sweet, I will not do it because my father has set a rule. Bwana asifiwe. As youths, wherever you will go, if you are born again, stand like a born again. If we are women, wherever we go, stand as a born again women. Wherever we go as men, let us stand as born again men. Bwana asifiwe. So that our God can see, surely you have kept my command, I will bless you. Bwana asifiwe. How can we keep the commandments of God in our families? Bwana asifiwe. If I am a mother, let me be an example. If I am a father, let me be an example. These days, our children are copy-pasting. They just take and copy. If it is a rule, let it be a rule. Bwana asifiwe.